Alright, today we got a 1998 Jeep Wrangler and the good old Talk Flight 6 or 904 transmission. This we got in because this had a leak at the cooler lines up by the radiator, and maybe they didn't notice it and they ran it low on fluid, so possible they did some damage inside because we had filled it, and I was told it still didn't work that good. So we got the okay to do a unit in this thing, and I'm going to open it up. Pretty simple 3-speed trans. So let me just get a little closer with the camera. We'll chunk this thing down real quick. Alright, so the first thing we'll do is pull these pump bolts out. Alright, I'm going to pull the adjustment out for the band. 3/4. Okay. Now we got our slime hammer. We'll take the front pump out. Has some threaded holes in here. Almost. Okay. Alright, front up. See if we can get these drums out. We'll release the strut on the band. Right, here's your intermediate band. Forward and direct clutches. Here's your band strut. Okay, then you got a couple of washers here that go in between the output shaft and the front drum. Okay, so next we got to get our snap ring pliers. We got to take a little snap ring out. Okay. Snap ring here. We want to be careful not to lose that. And then we're going to pull the front planet set out. Sun gear and shell. And of course, you got a couple of washers on each side. Rear planet. Ring gear, another washer, now, holding that drum in that houses the reverse band, there is a snap ring, so I'm going to use my bent snap ring pliers. Pop that out. Okay. All right, here's that snap ring. We'll put that aside. Alright, so far it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to take this sprag out very carefully. A little sprag all the way on the bottom. All right, now let's swing this around, pull the extension housing off. All right, this looks to be 9/16. We're going to need an extension. Extension housing, you got your 4x4 seal. This 4x4 seal back here, this thing always gets very hard and brittle. And if you have a leak in between this housing and the transfer case, more than likely that seal is the problem. Okay, here is your output shaft. And on the output shaft, you have your governor. And we're going to be taking the small clip out of here, sliding the valve out. Make sure that's all nice and clean. Now it looks like this trans, at one point, was probably built because this has a Trans-Tech gasket. It certainly doesn't come from the factory like that. All right, now we're going to drop the pan, pull the valve body off. We got the servos on the side for the bands, and Untitled. Tranny's torn down, that's it. Where's my half inch? Pan's fairly clean, not too bad. Alright, I need my T25 handle, which I have over here. Filter is out. Flat Dacron filter. Let's see, we gotta unplug this. This is for a lockup here. We gotta push this in. Pull that clip out. Alright, I'm gonna pull the clip out and drop it down there. So I'll get that. All right, we're going to zip off this valve body. Also on some of these trains, you want to watch how the wires are routed, just to make sure that they don't get pinched or caught or anything like that. Sometimes they can seem like they can go more than one way. Okay. Alright, there's your valve body. Here is your little tube here for the lockup. Goes to this little auxiliary valve body. thing, here is the solenoid for the lockup as well. Alright, coming out in the center here is an accumulator, piston, and spring. Alright, so we're going to get this reverse band out. Okay, this band is a little burned up. If you can see here, this side down here is has burn marks, and this side up here is good. So we'll probably be changing this band anyway because I think they put a small plow on this. All right, now on these band struts, if this would ever fall out on you and you say, geez, which way did this thing go? Pretty much the way you tell, not sure if you guys will be able to see this in the camera, but this side and this side are kind of rounded, and this is pretty much just flat. So you want to put the rounded side to the band and to the arm, you know, that actuates the band. So, you know, the rounded side, of course, it's going to go like that and not like that, because the flat side is not the side to put. You want to use the rounded side, so actually it would fit like that. Okay, now we're going to take these servos out. So just drain for a minute while we're letting it drain. We're going to pop out the lever seal. Alright, lever seal in the garbage. Okay, let me get a small screwdriver. Let's see if we can get it with this. This is the reverse piston coming out. Okay, here's your snap ring cover, your spring, and your piston. And on this, there is a lip seal. Get rid of that. I'm going to change that. And this piston setup looks like that. So we'll put this aside. I'm going to get rid of those. All right, now the intermediate. And sometimes a little more pain in the butt to come out. Let's see, I'm going to get a different screwdriver for that. Nice thin one here. I'm going to use this thin one, see if I can get underneath the snap ring. Okay. We'll be able to do it. And I got to use two. I'm going to pry it out and get underneath it. That's too big. Let's try this one. Okay. All right, here's the top. Here is the return spring. Just jammed in here. All right, now put that down, and out it comes. Okay. this setup would look like this in trans. Gasket. Now I want to try to get the pin out that holds the actuator in place because there's O-rings on that pin that I want to change. You can't really knock it out from inside out. You got to get like a pair of snap ring pliers. Okay, got it. Okay. That's that. There's that. So this is the pin. You got a couple of O-rings, at least one O-ring. There's two spots. Sometimes they have one. Actually, this does have two. So you definitely want to change those. You don't want that to leak. All right, here's the actuator for the reverse band, and the other side of the strut goes in here. And the band on the other side holds here. So the band actually will sit in here like that. All right, well, this the unit's actually torn down, jumped down. Now we'll go through the pump and the drums and open up the planet there. So let me just get organized here, get rid of some of this oil, and then we'll get to the drums. So just give me 1 sec. All right, so let's open up these drums. All right, the direct drum first. Okay, this top snap ring is a wavy. It's a wavy snap ring, it's not flat. The forward drum snap ring is flat. Okay, not too bad, a little dark. Teeth are a little worn. But overall, not too bad. Okay, inside here, I also like to, you have 2 bushings, one on, one upper, one lower. I personally like to change those. All right, the forward drum. This is the flat snap ring. Okay, these are pretty burnt out. That's pretty black right there. All right, and then let's see if I can get this snap ring out. This is a really wavy one. This goes at the bottom. It holds the Belleville plate. Okay, this thing is really wavy. And this is the Belleville plate, the forward drum, and here's the piston too. Okay, you have on this side of the forward drum, you have a washer. And you got, on this one, we have 2 small rings and 1 large to seal for the applied clutch pads. I like to take the rings off and put them with that particular washer, because there's another washer here. These may be the same thickness, but sometimes they're not the same thickness, especially on the larger units like the 727s or the Torque Flight 8s. One may be real thick and one may be thinner. And if you switch them, it's put the thicker one in the forward drum, which would fit. It may hold the direct drum up a little too high, and a clutch may run around the top, because I've actually seen that already. Okay, front planet set. We gotta pull this snap ring out. Okay, here's the snap ring. And then we have a washer. This washer usually always gets a groove in it from the snap ring. I call it the up tab washer because this little one tab here. So I like to change this on the overhauls. All right, then you have another spacer washer here. You also have a bushing in here, which I like to change on every overhaul. And then of course your washers for the planet. All right, we're going to open up the puck. Again, here's the fiber washer. And with this we have two metal rings. We'll take these off. Get rid of this gasket. Okay. All right, let's zip this open, 1/2 inch. Alright, you want to check flatness here. This all looks good. Pump gears. Okay, these things look real nice shape. Okay, you want to know which way they go in. Sometimes the flats are different. This has more of a chamfer on this side than this side. You know, this faces the converter, of course. So some people may put an X or however they want to mark it. And then your pump body, you know, you want to check the pocket, check this for flatness, real nice. Okay, so the only thing we got left here, this is the governor. And a lot of people, I like to pull this apart. I mean, this actually is free, but you know, I'm going to run this thing in the tank. So I'm going to see if I can get this clip out. And of course, the biggest problem with that is losing it. So you got to be very careful. And then once you have that out, then the pin will slide out and the valve will come out. All right, just keep everything together. Here is that little tiny clip that holds it on the end of the rod there. All right, there's another valve on this side. You can take this out if you want. Actually, we'll do that. Let me just switch these pliers. Okay, we're going to release this snap ring. The pliers might be too big. Smaller set. You may have one out. Maybe not. Let me get a smaller set. Okay. Let's try these. These were better, but it's just a bit of a pain to get out. So clip is out, and then you have your little washer here that sits on a little ridge. That'll go like that, and then this valve will fall right out. That's what that looks like. All right, so this we're going to put here. You also have two governor rings here that are changed during the overhaul. As far as the valve body goes, pretty simple valve body. You know, you have your solenoid. This is your little auxiliary valve body, as I said before. Really not much to it. Pretty simple. You just want to make sure, of course, everything is free. Some of these valves I like to take out and clean the bores, like on the pressure regulator valves, and drop them in, make sure they drop in under their own weight. And I guess that's really about it. So this is your typical 904 12-flake 6 transmission, 1998 Jeep Wrangler. I thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a great day. I just want to give you guys a quick rebuild tip on like torque flight units, and also the 4-speed version of that, like the 500, the 518, and then when I switched over to electronic version, which would be the 42, 44 RE, 46 RE. All right, the direct drum, which is this drum here, right behind the pump. Okay, and in the overhaul kit, they give you 2 inner lip seals that go around in here. All right, they give you 2. They give you a thicker one and they give you a thin one. I don't know why they give you both, but I do see them both in the kits. And one of them should just be taken out and thrown in the garbage. Let me hold it up close here. All right, you can see this one is thicker and this one is thinner. Okay, when you're overhauling these transmissions, or you're repairing, or whatever you're doing, and you have an overhaul kit and you see both of them, take the skinny one out and get rid of it. Don't use that one. Don't make the mistake of using it. You got to use the thicker one. Okay, if you by chance use the thinner one, I think the oil has an issue getting around the lip seal, and when the car is cold, you're going to have no third gear. All right, that's why they came out with the thicker one, to prevent that problem. We've gotten transmission jobs in here because of that reason. We drive the car cold, it has no third gear. As soon as it heats up, it has third gear, and we know right away that this inner lip seal is the problem. Okay, so I just want to give you guys a tip. If you buy the overhaul kit, I just actually finished this 42 RE here. That's going to be going back in a 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And in the overhaul kit, they gave me both of them. So I just wanted to show you the difference here. You know, you're going to have 2. You're going to have a thick one, you're going to have a thin one. Take the thin one, get rid of it, and use the thick one, so you won't have an issue with third gear when the car is cold. So I just want to give you guys a rebuild tip on those Torque Flight and 42 RE units. Thanks for watching.